All right. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining to get some information about our 14th annual 200K challenge that's run by M2D2, a program at UMass Lowell and UMass Chan Medical School, a joint program. Thank you for your patience as we navigated a couple of technical hurdles, but ready to get started here. All right, and that's me, Marianne Picard. I'm the Executive Director for Innovation at UMass Lowell. And with us here today is our Program Manager, Alex Teague. I don't know if you want to say hello.
Hi, everyone.
And also Valerie Openchain will be speaking in a few minutes, but a quick wave or hello would be great. And thank you so much for being here. All right, so about M2D2, we are an incubator program that's again, under the UMass umbrella, encompassing two campuses, UMass Lowell and UMass Chan Medical School. And probably the biggest takeaway from knowing that is that no affiliation with UMass is required to participate in the 200K challenge that we're talking about today, or to participate in any of our programs. We are agnostic. Economic development is at the core of our mission, allowing us to deploy the many resources of UMass to help startups from anywhere in the world and hopefully attract them to Massachusetts and help them to grow here. You can see here, the program is supported by a number of supporters, corporate partners, and you can see some of them here. And this is going to continue to be populated over the next week or so, but this is where we are at right now. We're definitely growing, as you can see. We have some cash prizes lined up. We have 50,000 cash for finalists, 25 directly from M2D2. And then new this year, we have a specific MedTech sustainability track, and that will come with a $25,000 cash prize just for that track alone. Some new partners this year as well. This is in addition to the ones we already mentioned. We are thrilled to be partnering with Latinos in Bio, with Vets Rise, which is a workforce development program, Asians in Biotech, and also just announced is MedTech Color will also be partnering with us. And what partnering means is really to cross promote, to get the word out about this competition, and then to offer some expertise throughout the process. I'm going to let you hear directly from a winner, a past winner.
So please join me in congratulating
all of the great minds that come out of the Boston area, and kind of seeing it in one place really got me really excited about the life sciences, of course. So it was a very exciting experience. This award is huge for us. It really go a long way towards making this a reality.
All right, Alex, I'll let you lead this one with Valerie.
Sure. All right. So today we're going to be talking with Valerie from Ayers, who is a past 200K challenge winner, just to really ask her about her experience with the challenge, applying, and the final pitch-off event. So Valerie, the first question would be, how did the 200K challenge help your company, and what kind of progress have you made?
The challenge has been wonderful because it's opened us up to a whole new network of individuals. So we're located in Michigan in kind of a rural area. So to tap into your network with industrial leaders, mentors, manufacturing, experts, and even investors has just been huge. It's really kind of helped us to grow the company, and we've actually we're one of the recipients of a CapCat grant too, and it kind of all helped with the connecting to the different networks. So it really helped us get tapped into a whole new network of people, and it was a really great way for us to get notarized and win some services as well. So
Yeah, great to hear. And so next question is, what would your top piece of advice be for those who are new to either M2D2 or just the 200K challenge?
I'd say definitely participate and go to the event, even if you're not chosen as one of the finalists. These events are a great way to network, and we've got such a great presence there. And pretty much anything that you're looking for, you could pretty much find there, it feels like. We're in the medical device arena, and we just had experts of regulatory to insurance and just everything seem to be attending these events. So I was really glad. I just did another event, the Barracuda Bowl last month, and I wasn't pitching at it, but it was just really good to see those people and get some meetings and continue my customer discovery.
Great. And since you brought up the final event, just to go a little out of order here, what can finalists expect from the final pitch-off event?
Oh man, it's a lot of there's networking, but also just kind of able to learn about different companies that are out there, but also different resources that are available too. So, like I said, it was a great event, definitely worth going.
And so one of the pieces of being a finalist in the 200K challenges with our legal partner Mints, we offer free coaching sessions for your pitch. Can you speak to that a little bit? What was your experience like with Mints there?
Oh, we had wonderful coaching sessions with Mints and the other mentors. We got other mentors as well, like Zoe Medical, and it was great kind of learning from them. And that was one of the things that I wish I would have maybe done a little bit different, is focused on their business expertise more than I think I was more worried about the pitch. I was really caught up in that pitch that I was going to have to give, and I think it would have been nice just to kind of, like I said, just focus on my business more with them.
Well, it's understandable to get a little caught up there when you're in pitch coaching. Of course, you're gonna focus on the pitch, yeah. Um, so before the event, the application process, which a lot of people are here today to hear about, what was that like for you? The application itself, submitting, going through all that?
I thought it was pretty straightforward. I mean, they had it put together nicely for the application that I filled out. I did put some time in it and was updating it pretty much until the end. I kept making little tweaks, or I'd have somebody else on my team review it and they'd make a little suggestion. So I'd say start early and yeah, spend some time on it and get some help where needed. But it wasn't too bad. I mean, it really wasn't that it didn't take a lot of time. I didn't, not too bad anyways.
Sure. And you bring up a good point that once you start a draft or even submit your application, you can go back in and edit it. So we're going to show a link to start your application later in this slide deck. So I highly recommend everyone just starts taking a look at the application today and starts chipping away at it. Even though you have a month can fly by. Um, so my last question would be, what was your biggest takeaway from the entire experience? Event, pitch coaching, application, all that.
Ooh, the network. It really let me tap into a new network that helped me with my business. Now, like we've been working with Benny Studios, who were one of the sponsors at the event that we won services from, and they've just been really helpful to take our software to the next level. And it, all in all, it was a wonderful event. I was so glad that I did it. It was one of the most beneficial events that I've done for the company. So it was, I couldn't say more wonderful things about it. I definitely recommend anybody to go.
Well, I'm glad to hear your experience was so positive. Hopefully someone on the call right now will be in your place as a future winner and telling others about the contest next year. All right, moving along. So about the challenge, who should apply? Really anyone working in the medtech, biotech space, ideally early stage companies, but we really are taking in any size companies wherever they are at in their journey. Why should your startup apply? Oh, I think we just heard a lot of reasons from Valerie. The in-kind prizes, like Valerie mentioned from Bene Studio, can be highly beneficial, lead to future agreements and work together, as well as the cash prizes Marianne was mentioning earlier in the presentation, the ones from us, our partners, and the ones for MedTech sustainability. Stages of development, I think I covered that already. So what does 200K in-kind services mean? It means we're taking in partnerships and work from our various sponsors that we went over earlier, that they're going to dedicate some time to you, work with you one-on-one, and we're giving that sort of the price tag of $200,000, which is accurate. A lot of these people charge a lot for their time, so it's a great prize to have the connections with them, not only for their time, but their networks as well, especially with some of our larger strategic partners. Okay, this is just quickly going over some of our past winners, some people who won the cash prizes last year, as well as those who won in-kind awards. So it's worth noting that the in-kind awards are dispersed through to various startups. They don't all go to one person, which can also be said about the cash prizes, which don't necessarily go to just one company. Here, the cash prizes went to two different companies, but they can be broken up even further than that. So you don't have to feel like it's all or nothing when it comes to winning the challenge. We thought we'd just play a brief highlight reel from our 2022 challenge.
The event is sort of the buildup of the entire M2D2. So to see it grow over its 15-year period, this is 11 years of the competition itself. And so not only are you seeing the number of applicants increase, but the quality has been amazing. And to see our faculty and staff and students be able to get more involved over time has been tremendous for the university.
I'm very happy to be here. I'm excited to pitch, excited to meet other people who are here to pitch as well, seeing what they're doing and hearing what their journey is. And so it's a great environment.
So as you can see, the 200K challenge has been around for a little while now. And it's been a great experience for those who are just attending, applying, the strategic partners involved. It's a great challenge we're really proud of here at M2D2 and hope to keep going with. So for the application this year, we have 4 different tracks: military medicine, medtech sustainability, surgical devices, and point of care technologies. So when you open the application, which I will actually run through it after this, just so everyone can see what it's like, you'll notice that all the areas of interest fit under these 4 different tracks, and we're really looking for those who have technologies in these 4 spaces. So for example, here are some of the specific areas under MedTech sustainability. So improving parts, processes, really everything involved with the production of different MedTech solutions, even energy saving in hospital clinical settings. So everything that has to do with the entire process is what we're looking for MedTech sustainability. If you open the application and look at the other 3 tracks, you'll notice there is also large variety in what we're looking for, but all falling under those 4 different main tracks. So how to apply? Pretty easy, as Valerie was saying. Just go to m2d2challenge.com. What are you going to need? Likely stuff you already have on hand, to be honest: an executive summary, development plans, financial projections. We also allow you to attach pitch decks, videos. None of those are required, but can only help you. What to focus on your application? So definitely focus on the need, its important solution, what problem you're trying to solve, the business proposition associated with this. Why should people award you money, in-kind resources, invest in you? Highlight why you're in scope. So as I was saying, we're really looking for applications that fall under those areas of interest that are on the application. I just went through the MedTech sustainability ones. make sure you are very in scope for those and explain why you're in scope for that area of interest. And then finally, to clearly demonstrate that you are team-oriented and coachable. So highlighting your team, their expertise, and then also showing that you're willing to work with the strategics or other sponsors we have when it comes to the in-kind awards. They're going to work with you sort of like they are part of the team. So you need to show that you are willing to work with them, you're coachable, open to new ideas and advice. Here's some key dates for the challenge. All this is included in the application as well, so don't feel like you have to memorize all this right now. We have a month until the application closes, which seems like a long time, but as I said, you can start a draft right now, start chipping away at it. Don't leave it all for the night of the 15th to get it all in. We're looking to announce finalists in early March, and then we do have a final date for the pitch off in Lowell, which is going to be March 26th. So speaking of the final event, don't forget to register. As Valerie was saying, even if you aren't a finalist, there's tremendous value in just attending the event. It's free to attend, so all you got to do is, show up in Lowell. Not that hard, and the connections you can make and the people you can meet can really change your company. So I'll leave that up for a second, let people scan that, register. The link is also available on our LinkedIn, on our eBlast, or you could just search it up on Eventbrite if you don't catch it right now with your phone.
I'll just take a minute to interject that one really important detail to remember is to make sure to only include non-confidential information in any of the materials that you provide. And also, please share this on social media, follow us on LinkedIn, and that's our largest platform, and spread the word. We're all, the larger the group, the better the technologies and the innovations are. So we appreciate anything you can do in that respect as well.
Definitely. Okay, so for more information, FAQs, anything we're not going to get to today, which at the end, there's going to be plenty of time for Q&A. But if we don't cover anything, there's more information on the M2D2 challenge site. Plus, always, feel free to reach out to any of us. We're happy to talk you through an application, answer your questions. We're here to help. You got a month to get the application in, so prefer if we didn't get a slew of emails on the night of the 15th, but still, that's okay.
Alex, I know the information is on the application itself if you go into the portal, but is there any chance that the more details on the military medicine track are readily available to pull up?
Yeah, so this probably isn't a bad time for me to just run through the application, which will show more
Okay, perfect.
information on the military medicine track. So let me just bring it up here. So here's a preview of the application, showing, as I said, timelines, some information on M2D2, what we have going on, and finally the areas of interest. So here, as Marianne was asking for, is more specific information on what we're looking for in the tracks for military medicine, intracranial pressure monitors, drug biological treatments for sepsis, and ways to stop battlefield wounds. Here are the areas of interest under MedTech sustainability, which we already went over. Under surgical devices, as we mentioned throughout our advertising, a lot of this is focused on women's health, but it's not necessarily all women's health. So keep that in mind. Point of care technologies, so for our CAPCAT program that Valerie had mentioned, as well as some other larger, broader areas of interest we're looking for with point of care technologies. Information on eligibility, rough outline of the application process. A very frequent question for us is the judging criteria, so that's all in the application. Some legal documentation that you won't have to attach to your application, but have it on hand just in case. Talking about disclosure of information, liability, prizes, and then finally the application itself. So a lot of it's just your name, contact information, where are you from, a company, academic institution, business address in case we need to send you anything, like a trophy or something at the end. Team name. Finally, here are the tracks that you can apply under. It's worth noting that you can select more than one. So if your solution fits, I don't know, under military medicine and it's a surgical device, feel free to select as many categories that you think you fit into. Here for a short executive summary, talking about the impact that your solution addresses, what makes your solution novel, why is it new, what part of the current medtech landscape are you changing with your solution? Have you tested the feasibility? Time to go to market? What's the status of your IP? Status of your funding? Have you met with the FDA? Your reimbursement strategy? Solution maturity? And then finally, supporting materials which are not required but can only help your application. So an executive summary, pitch deck, and a video. As Marianne did point out, we are only looking for non-confidential information here. So that's really it. It's not that much of a lift here, but I still recommend getting started as soon as possible. So here are some frequently answered questions that we also answer on the site. Does an entrant have to give up any equity? No. Are travel expenses paid? No. How do you select finalists for the challenge? We mentioned that in the application itself, so feel free to just look at the answers there. We just raised Series E. Can we still enter? Of course. What will the coaching process be like? So Valerie went over it a little bit, but we'll be matching you with our legal supporter Mintz, and they will take you through calls to go through your pitch with you, go through edits, and that's part of the being coachable part of the selection. If I'm selected as a finalist, do I have to attend the final pitch off event? I do have the wrong date there. It's supposed to be March 26th. But the answer is yes. So when you are applying to be selected as a finalist, we do expect you will be there in person, and there won't be any pitching over Zoom at the final event. Do I need to relocate to participate in the 200K challenge? You don't, but it would be great if you looked into what we have to offer. You know, we are also an incubator at M2D2, so we don't require you relocate, but we would definitely be open to the conversation and helping you relocate to Massachusetts. Finally, where can I get more information? As I mentioned earlier, feel free to mention the M2D2 challenge site or just email any of us or our general mailbox at m2d2.uml or m2d2@uml.edu. Sorry. So we look forward to seeing your application. Here's a link on the screen we'll leave up during the FAQ, during the questions section at the end here, just so people can scan this, see what it looks like. You know, you can revisit the application as many times as you like, so feel free to just start chipping away at it. If you don't know anything, you don't have to fill in, you don't know every answer right now, you don't have to fill in everything all in one sitting. So, Marianne, unless you have anything to add, I think we can open it up to Q&A here.
I've been answering the Q&A as best I can as they've been coming in.
Oh, perfect.
But also a recording will be made available on the webpage. If I'm not mistaken, Kelsey, that will be available for people to go back and on demand can take a look at.
Yep, that'll be up at the latest Friday, so just keep an eye out for that. And we'll also send out the video recording via email to anyone who's registered, so we'll make sure to do that. And another way just to get a lot of information is to make sure you're part of the M2D2 email list. We'll break down a lot of these areas of interest in detail throughout the next month via the emails, and it's a great way to get some more questions answered or just to send some over that you might have.
Just to really talk about one point that just came through is you do not have to have a company established. Researchers are welcome from any academic institution from around the world. So again, a company does not have to be established. The most important point is that there is intellectual property in place to protect you. And again, it's really important throughout the process to only share non-confidential information. So that was me answering a question live for you here. And another thing to mention is if you have applied before, yes, please feel free to apply again. And if you do that, highlight the thing there though is to really highlight what's different from before. What improvements have been made, whether it be to the technology, whether you're now at a higher technical readiness level, maybe now you have raised more funding, things like that. So just really highlight what is different from when you applied before, but we do welcome repeat applicants for sure.
Some of our past winners have applied many times in a row, yearly, but with changing areas of interest, changes in their
Exactly.
company, progress, they finally made it as a finalist.
Yeah, areas of interest change, so it's definitely completely okay to apply. A device that is already FDA cleared is not too mature to apply. It is completely appropriate. Ideally, if it's pre-revenue, this is really designed, for pre-revenue. So if you've cleared the FDA but need help with, go-to-market strategy, I don't know, maybe additional customer discovery, things like that, it's absolutely okay to apply, and you will find a whole host of resources to help you from there, whether it be building a sales and marketing team, distribution, manufacturing, all of those things will be covered and are available. Oh, there's more Q&A coming through here. The areas of interest are clearly defined on the application. Alex, I did just show it, but I know we went through it fairly quickly. So take a look at the link to apply. Maybe can we put the link in the chat directly to the application?
Sure. Kelsey, would you mind doing that while I have the PowerPoint open still? So you can also scan the QR code on the screen right
Correct.
now.
Yeah.
Yep, but I'll add a link to the application right in there as well.
Yeah, maybe a direct link could be helpful. And again, if you have any questions when you're in there, don't hesitate to reach out, but they are clearly defined in the online portal.
Yeah, when you open the application, all the stuff I sort of sped through at the beginning is really all the essential information, areas of interest, timeline, all the kind of stuff you need to know. So feel free to just review that before you even start filling anything in.
Good.
All right. Unless there's any last minute questions here. As I said, I'll put in the chat. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out to us at mtd2@uml.edu. Happy to answer any questions you have up until the challenge deadline. So if you didn't think of anything you want to ask today, feel free to always reach out.
For sure. I would wait for 2 or 3 minutes just to see if anyone has any additional questions before we sign off, but we really appreciate you attending.
And actually, why don't I've had this open for a little bit. Why don't I scroll back here? So make sure you are registered for the final event.
Absolutely.
So even if you're not a finalist, we would love to see you all there, and it's a free event and the connections you can make there are invaluable. So pretty good trade-off just to pay a little gas money to get to Lowell.
Yeah. I don't know, Brooke, did you have another question? I see a hand raised. You
Yeah,
can type it in the
I
chat.
want to know, can you send
Hmm.
like a list of the technology needs instead of applying on the application? Is there like something that I could have by my desk and just look at it and study it before I decide what to do, or do I have to go on the application?
Actually, that's a good point. That should be linked on the webpage.
Yep, we're in the
Okay,
process
thank you.
of adding that information, but we can also send you an email that breaks it down. So it goes through that stuff in detail, so you don't have to start an application yet. So when we send the recording for this, we'll also follow up, and in that email, we'll include all that info just so it's all together.
Perfect. Yes, that will go out to everybody. We do not have a template for financial projections. We do use in other programs, we do use the NIH standard templates, which are readily available online. And if you need any help figuring that out, just let us know and we'll put you in touch with some financial people who could assist.
Any last questions? All right, I think we can conclude then. So
Yeah, thank you again, everyone. And like Alex said, you know where to find us. Send an email if you have any questions and really appreciate you attending. And the follow-up information will be sent as we shared here earlier.
perfect. Thanks, everyone. And we look forward to seeing you on March 26th.
A huge thank you to Valerie. I should have said that sooner. Thank you again, Valerie.
Yeah, thanks, Valerie, for doing this.
Thank you for having me.
Yep, bye now.
Bye now.